Hey everyone, a very good evening. I hope you all had a wonderful day throughout. So, Parag here, this side, with Me Time Talk, and today I'm having an interesting book that we are going to discuss. I'll provide the summary about it and a lot of insights you will get in today's talk and today's sessions. Before that, let me ask you a question. We all are maximum in this particular audience, of course, the people who are listening to it would be the 90s kid, is it? So let's just guess few of the movies and which digital media entertainment industries had made the stories. Sounds good? Okay. So the movie 1995 released a Toy Story, 1998 movie A Bug's Life, 2003's movie Finding Nemo, 2008 Wall-E, and 2015 Inside Out. Can you guess the name of the media house who has published these particular movies? Let me help you with that. Pixar is the media house which has released such a wonderful content and made our 90s day such an imaginary, fantasy-filled, scientific fictions with lot of expectations, fun-filled days of our life. Edmund Catmull is over 70 years old now, and he's still going and going in his work and professional and personal life. That's probably the biggest sign that he loves his work, the people love him, and they all know about that, what they are doing day-to-day life, and all of them love their job. So what exactly we are learning from them? One certain evening, Edmund Catmull supposed to have a discussion with one of the colleague. His name is Amy Wallace. He happened to be recruited by Edmund for a position called graphic designer in Pixar. During a tea break, they had a conversation, and Edwin Catmull mentioned, Amy, I just want to share all my experience throughout this career journey, team management, building such a big empire, how to manage people, how to emotionally support people, want to share all this thing with the world. Then Amy, without wasting time, he mentioned, okay, write a book and sell them to the world. People will read and get to know about it. That idea was really liked by Catmull, and they both decided to start work on it. So this is a beautiful story of birth of a beautiful book called Creative Inc. Yes, a book of 368 pages, contains more than 10 chapters, contains 3 best learning out of it, and lot of mysteries that need to unravel by all of us. In today's session, today's around 10 minutes, I will give you a complete idea, complete learning, complete content about this book. So stay tuned without sleeping. So I just had started to read this particular book 1 month back. I astonished and attached to this book when I started to read it, because it's a life of each and every one, irrespective of any demographic, who are into workplace, who are working professionals, and we all are in. The book started with a beautiful story of Edmund Catmull, where he had seen a lot of poverty. The magnitude of the poverty he had seen, the output would be like one day Catmull's family did not get food to eat. He fought against it. Finally, he had his education. Then he got a degree from University of Utah in physics and computer science. Then he started to he was working in a salesman. Then he wanted to start his own company, and he has given the name of the company as Pixar. If we'll go through the book, the complete gist of the book, I found we can't consider and name it as a book. We can take it as a manual for maybe instilling the inspiration into employees, managers, bosses, leaders, students, teachers, faculties, principals, all sorts of people. I forgot to mention as well the people who are associated with small scale industries and business as well. The people who are leading a particular team or the people who are being led by those people. This book is for everyone. And I'll tell you what are the most important secrets behind this particular manual is containing for all of us. So when I went through the book, I got 3 best knowledge that I got out of this book is, first one, how to have a detailed about the team. The Catmull is saying having a good team is more important than having a good idea. Because if you just think, if you give a good idea to a mediocre team, they will screw it up. But if you give a mediocre idea to a brilliant team, what they will do? They will either fix it or throw it away and come up with something better, right? So, if for an example, if you find in the book, Edwin Catmull, he has, for a Toy Story movie, he recruited specific people who are really unknown to each other. Example was a character designer, creative editor, story writer, animator, cameraman, voice modulation, specific person. And they mention these people should not be expert in their field. No, only they should have the basic idea how to play their role. And they have given a beautiful idea to play the Toy Story, and rest all are the history that you have seen how the quality of the Toy Story movie was. Second gain I had got, never blame any single person in your team for failures. Is there another way Pixar does this by giving people more time for exploring and correcting during the development stage of a particular film, where the mistake can be identified and solved in a basic stage, and they don't let it be grow a little more so that it won't be aggravated, right? So in this particular knowledge what I gained, what Catmull is mentioning is, by quoting, it's not the manager's job always to prevent risk, right? It's the manager's job always to make it safe for others to take them. That means it's not the headache of any managers to handle always the problem and the risk. Inclusion of all the team members towards the handling of that risk is the manager's duty, right? The third learning I have learned, encourage employees to not for doing any other things, to decorate their own workspace. Yes, in Creative Inc., they have started this particular initiative where they have allowed the complete workforce to decorate their workplace the way they want. And nowadays, I think few years back, taking this idea, HP has implemented in his company, where they were asking their employees the way they want without doing a security breach, they can decorate their workspace. So what will happen in this is, people wherever they may be, they will feel like they are working at home, isn't it? So nowadays the trend is going on for work from home. People are decorating their workspace the way they want. So that's the idea has been taken from Creative Inc., the book by Edmund Catmull and Amy Wallasey. So if you'll find what kind of content this particular book is mentioning, let me give you an example why and who should read this book. Maybe one 21 years old fresher just out of the college who joined any industries, maybe a 43 years old manager who needs to get people get work done, tracking the productivity, tracking the leave, or maybe a supervisor in a mining industry or a steel industry who is to track of all the technicians, workers below him. This book is meant for each and every stage of people, irrespective of whichever role they are playing in their workplace. Now, if you'll ask me my favorite chapter of this particular book, I would say chapter 5 and chapter 10. Because chapter 5, where the author is mentioning, where they are giving the liberty to the employees, the way they want to think, you think, the way you want to act, you walk, you have complete liberty. By this, the output Pixar company has got is the honesty and the loyalty of the employee towards the company. In the journey of this particular story in the book, one day happened where the complete organization structure has changed. When the Pixar and the Walt Disney has to merge, the merger happened. And you know what? The beautiful things, the Edmund Catmull has taken the decision. He just nullified and voided the HR initiatives. Let me tell you what when the merger happened. Recently this merger happened of two big companies. So if we take that example, so we will find after merger two companies has to discuss whichever role is mandatory. They will reduce the employees, they will restructure their org structure, salary restructuring, everything happened. But in this particular case of Pixar and Walt Disney, they did not have to do that. They just nullified the HR policies and everything for 2 years. There is no HR. They ask and given the liberty to the employees to fix themselves in such a way to be comfortable in this new environment. Then the HR will come into play to just give them a better space and better say. So this is the one very insightful thing that I have received from it. And the hiring process of Pixar with Edmund can they have mentioned in this particular case, like they are mentioning when the recruitment process they used to go, they only recruit people with the smart brain, right? They don't consider any educational background, only the skill and the expertise they focus on when they are going to recruit any people. So in this particular case, they used to consider one employee suggestion mainly to find the solutions. Except these learnings, what extra thing you are going to learn from this book is the reason behind Edmund has to visit the employees personally. They celebrated once a Notes Day in 2013 in their company, and what about that plan, and why even a Vogue overall company goal is a good one always. Why Edmund only has people who are the smarter than him, and what Edmund learned to value teams over the individuals. So these are the basic learning that you will get to know about this book. And of course, these learning that I came out of it, that Edmund also in his interview mentioned, these are the 3 basic things that we discuss in today's session that will be definitely helpful to each and every one if you use this in your workplace, in your personal life. Isn't it so a beautiful output where we are learning about the creative ink idea? One quote I want to mention: the failure is not a necessary evil. In fact, it is not at all. It is a necessary consequences of doing something new. With this quote, I am Parag from a beautiful temple city of Odisha. With this particular content, closing my episode 2, season 1 of Me Time Talk. Stay home, stay safe. Good night. Bye-bye.